Hello and welcome. This is a video to showcase what has been changed since the last video for PyDew Cat Valley. Please bear with me while I showcase everything. Thank you very much. We'll be turning off the music for this one because I already showcased what music there was before. The night music might come on later and I'll turn it off again. So as you can see, I've revamped all of the UI. The stats that used to be shown top left have now been separated. That's the health. Those are the health points. Each heart represents 2 HP. So as the player levels up, they'll increase their HP. This is the amount of money the player has currently. On the bottom right, you'll see a stamina bar, which will shrink whenever you do an action, such as using a tool. You can see it changing color as it's being used. Yeah, that's another color change, and there are thresholds for its change. Now, as you can see in the toolbar, which I neglected to mention, I can swap the tools using E and Q, and this is how it's gonna be now. You use the space bar now instead of left control to place a seed, so that's me placing a wheat. And when you press I, which is the old button for the inventory, you can see that I've changed the UI. Now all the other UIs disappear. That's because it acts like a pause button currently. So I didn't want to clutter up the screen. The rock, this one thing here, gray thing, is a placeholder for fish. I haven't added fish. I haven't drawn a new fish drawing yet, but I'll do so in the future. What you can see here, the apple, the orange, the pear, and the peach. The orange, the pear, and the peach have been added recently to the game. I'll just go to sleep so that you can see them in color. Fantastic. Now, as you can see, there's peach, there's an orange, and there are pears, obviously. And you can still cut trees, and they'll get added to the inventory like they always do. Now, let me bring my attention to the inventory. Now, to swap something, you'll use you'll use the buttons to represent on which part of the toolbar you want it to go. Because the bottom part is what you actually have, so what you're going to be holding in by hand, and what you can see above it is everything else. The gray part here, which is empty, that's where the tools go. So this is how you know that you're not carrying any tools on hand. So for example, I'll press 1 and it will go to the first location in the toolbar, to cabbages, for example, right? I'll get the cabbage seeds because that's what I can use. Peaches, for example, don't have seeds, so it would just be empty. Now, if I take the blue tulip over here, I'll get the tulip seeds. If I take the cabbage, I'll get the cabbage seeds. If I, let's say we want to swap the order of the tools, we can do it very simply. You can just empty it using the wood, or we can use any other thing, like this, and then I'll press 1 on the axe and 2 on the hoe, and they'll be swapped now. Yeah, that's the axe animation. Also, another thing that I neglected to mention, just let me go to sleep, is that the animations for everything have been changed. They're much smoother now, except for the fishing one. The fishing one still needs fixing, but everything else is smoother. You can see like that white speed thing that you see in other games sometimes, and like the character jumps when they try to flow through the land. Beyond that, there's the ability now to go back and forth, and yeah, obviously these trees get those fruits, but I can change that, and I will adjust it later in the future. You can come back to the original world now without any issues. And yeah, one more thing is it's the cow that moves around. It's currently not in an ideal functionality, but it's there. It sits down, sleeps, munches grass. There's gonna be, you can't milk it yet, but I plan to do that in the future at some point. Beyond that, I believe that's it from me. Thank you very much. I'll just show you what all the plants look like once they're grown. So let's fill this with, so wheat's already there. Let's take, tomatoes have already been seen how they look like. So let's take the corn, the carrots, the cabbage, this thing that I'm not quite sure yet what it is, unfortunately. Down the middle you can see the XP bar, which I believe I mentioned before, that you can that I changed the UI for it. Oh dang, there it is. Now for the purposes of this video, it's pretty much always raining, and even if my stamina runs out, I'm not going to collapse or anything. Okay. So I'll obviously need the watering can. Now, if you happen to see the cow move through a wall, please ignore it. I haven't perfected the AI of the cow yet, so it can go through anything and anywhere. So you didn't see it. This is just a filler. You can skip over when you watch the video. Yeah, that's the cow going through it. You didn't see that. Okay, yeah, you're seeing the stages of everything. Now the one that is unique is the one on the top left. That's the corn one. That one takes one more cycle to grow. There we go. When it's finalized, what the growth speeds are, I'll probably make all of them grow much slower than they are. Well, even though in real life, it doesn't matter. It's because I'm supposed to make them. I'll make them like unlockable at a later stage. Oh, it needs a bit more water, I think. Oh, dang. It crashed. Forget that happened. But besides that, you saw all of the stages. The corn is a little bit buggy sometimes, so I'll need to adjust it after this video. Thank you very much.